بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. In the name of God, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Hello dear brothers and sisters, respected viewers. Welcome to another live show called The Shining Moons. From the land of Hussein, land of Karbala, I send my deepest condolences to Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman, Ajjalallah Ta'ala Farajuh Sharif, for the martyrdom anniversary of Commander of Faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And I also send my deepest condolences to all of you, dear brothers and sisters, for this sorrowful event. I hope all of you are in a good health and you're ready to spend your time with this live show once again. And from Karbala, we learn more about Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi wa salamu alayhim ajma'in. First of all, let's all together say humble salam to Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Abu Abbas alayhi salam, just like every other night, and be za'arin of these two great individuals. So if you're ready, let's say humble salam to Imam Hussein and Abu Abbas alayhim salam, and then we start the show with the respected guest, inshallah. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوصيين. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتك. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Let's all together say humble salam to Abu Abbas alayhi salam. Assalamu alayka ya Bab al-Hawa'ij. Assalamu alayka ya Qamar bani Hashim. Assalamu alayka ya Saqi al-Utasha. Assalamu alayka ya Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again from Karbala, here in this land of heaven, Alhamdulillah, we're next to Holy Shana of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Abu Fadl Abbas alayhi salam, and we're ready to talk about their greatness. And indeed, as we are passing the days of the martyrdom of the commander of faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, our main focus will be on the commander of faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. So inshallah tonight we're going to go through his great life, especially the piety that he had and what he has ordered us to do and how we can be closer to Imam of faithful, to Commander of Faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. So let me first welcome the respected guest Sheikh Mustafa Akhound in this show, as he is every night giving us great lectures. Inshallah, after this salam, we are going to listen his great lecture again. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykhna, and Allah ujurakum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh to you, Brother Mustafa, wa ujurakum. Also to all the viewers, brothers and sisters. Let us all give our deepest condolences to Imam of our time, Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajuh al-sharif, and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the grief of the children of Imam Ali alayhi salam, as tonight they will bury Imam Ali alayhi salam, and how it was difficult for them. And same as Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha, Imam also was buried in the middle of the night, and his grave was not known to people, and it was hidden for many years. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the grief, by the tears of Lady Zainab salamullah alayha, by the tears of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, Imam Hassan al-Mushtaba, by the tears of Kulthum, to hasten the appearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajuh al-sharif, and to make us amongst his companions and his sincere soldiers, and to grant the visitation of the holy shrines to our viewers, inshallah, as soon as possible. I'm at your service.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Shaykhna. And as we are supposed to have a lecture about Ahlul Bayt salawatullah wa salamu alayhim ajma'in, and talking and speaking about the main comprehensive form of Ziyarah, I think that if we talk and we speak about the greatness of the commander of faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, and how we should be a true follower of him, so I think that we are not going another way. It's exactly the same way as talking about the Ziyarah al-Jamiah. So I would like to ask you, talking about Imam Ali alayhi salam on this night, if you don't mind.
Inshallah. Again, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It is very important for us to see and to know the reason why we are discussing this most comprehensive ziyarah, Ziyarah Jam' al-Kabirah, beautiful ziyarah, one of a kind ziyarah by Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam, because we want to increase our ma'rifah to our imams. Because ma'rifah brings about action. When I know and I have a knowledge of something, I will act upon the ma'rifah and the knowledge that I have. For example, to be very tangible, if an individual living within this very remote area hasn't heard anything about coronavirus, nothing. They don't know anything about viruses, they don't know anything about germs, about sickness and illness, they don't know anything. And suddenly they will get the coronavirus. For example, they are in a village of somewhere in the middle of the ocean, in an island. They see within themselves people are dying. Every day people are dying. They start coughing, they start having breathing problem and fever and all the elements and all the way that we see people are being infected with the coronavirus and all the signs. Somebody comes to them and tells them, well, this is coronavirus. He's like, what do you mean? Coronavirus, what is corona? What is virus? What does virus mean? Well, I have a vaccination for you. What is vaccination? Oh no, you're trying to kill us. You are coming from outside, you're trying to completely destroy our tribes. They will fight him. They will attack him. Even though he is benevolent to them. It's like, you see people are dying, I have a vaccination, I have some medicine. No, we don't know anything about you. You're coming from outside, you don't know anything about us, our tribe. This is from God. God is punishing us. We shouldn't do anything with it. We should just let people who are sick to die. This is called ignorance. Complete ignorance. But if that person has been introduced to viruses and they know that in order for you to prevent viruses to spread around in your body, you have to be vaccinated while you're young, and if a new virus comes, you need new vaccination, and so on and so forth. So if they have knowledge, when an individual comes and introduces them with the vaccination, they will take it right away. They won't reject it because they start having ma'rifah. They start having knowledge. So we're talking about Ziyarah Jam' al-Kabirah. Knowing about Ahl Bayt alayhim salam, this knowledge should bring about some action. We should do something. It shouldn't be in a way that, okay, I have ma'rifah of the Imam, I know Imam, and I just move with my daily life. No. These great values and these information that we're reading about the lives of the Imam should bring about, okay, how can I aid them? How can I assist them? How can I help them? What does this help means? And so on and so forth. As we mentioned within the previous episode, Imam Ali alayhi salam said, this is the way I lived my life. You won't be able to live the way that I lived. But I ate a loaf of bread that one day a person walked into the house of Amir Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. He saw a jar which was very, very strongly sealed.
Yeah.
And he asked Imam Hassan Mustafa alayhi salam and Imam Hussein alayhi salam, what is in this jar that has been sealed very, very strongly? Very strong has been sealed. Imam's replied that it's some of the loaves of bread of our father, which is very hard to break. A couple of loaves of bread. Imam puts it in this jar because he doesn't want us to take it and put some oil on it and to just make it a little bit more easier to consume, basically. Imam, that Talha and Zubair, when they went to his house and they were about to, when Imam took the Khilafah, and they were looking for that, okay, since we were there with the Muslim and we were with the Rasulullah at the beginning, we want to get some governmentship and we want to have some position within this government. When they were sitting next to Imam Ali alayhi salam, Imam told them, is this affair, what you're about to talk, is it something personal or it is related to the government and is to me as a leader? They say, no, it's personal. Imam told them, wait. He had 2 candles. He turned off the first candle and then he turned on the other candle. They asked Ammar, which was there, Ammar, what is this? He said that the first, or Imam replied, the first was the oil that was in the candle, the fuel of it was paid with the money of Baytul Mal Muslimin, from the treasure of Muslims. The second, it's been paid by my own money. If you have something to talk to me about Muslimin and about the government, well, we can use the first candle. But if something you're about to talk with me about personal issue, well, I have to turn on the second candle. I cannot use the first candle. So they knew that they cannot take like what they took from other previous khulafa. They would give to whomever they want as much as they want. So this Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, Imam says, you won't be able to live the way that I lived, but أعينوني بورع واجتهاد وعفة وسداد. Aid me, assist me with wara', being God-wary, being pious and striving. So we talked about piety and muttaqeen and taqwa. We brought some examples, some meanings. We started talking about khutbatul muttaqeen. As we mentioned, Hammam or Hammam. Hammam came and asked the Imam, oh Imam, vividly describe for me the pious individual as I can see them. Imam gave some description. We went through some segments. We have one segment left that we want to discuss. It's a kind of a lengthy narration, lengthy sermon, but we brought some sample of it, some example, some lines. Imam says, Fahum, those people, those muttaqeen, those pious people, yeah. Those pious people. Fahum wal jannatu kaman qad ra'aha, fahum fiha muna'amun, wahum wal naru kaman qad ra'aha, wahum fiha mu'adhabun. Thus, to them, paradise is as though they see it and are enjoying its favors. To them, hell is also as they see it and are suffering punishment in it. When we have this ideology, when we have this kind of mindset that we see heaven in front of us and we are enjoying it, and we see the hellfire and we are burning within its fire, what does this do to our mindset? As soon as I see something khair, something good deeds, some needy person that I have to give charity to, someone that needs my hand that I have to take their hand, I will run toward it because I see heaven.
In order to have heaven in future, or at the time that we are just thinking about it,
we
try
see
to do
it
something
because
good.
we see this is heaven. Like right now, if
Definitely.
I help this individual, I see heaven.
Definitely.
I see another opportunity for me to invest in what I'm seeing. فَهُمْ وَالْجَنَّةُ كَمَنْ قَدْ رَآهَا. As they see it. So any good opportunity that they find that, okay, I can stay longer in this heaven,
they don't let it pass away.
They take it. As Amir Mu'mineen says, opportunity al-furasu tamurru marra sahab. Opportunities for you to do something good pass by the way that clouds pass. You raise your head, you see clouds. Within a couple of minutes, the cloud is not there, it's gone.
Yeah.
So take advantage of it. And they see وَهُمْ وَالنَّارُ كَمَنْ قَدْ رَآهَا. And they see the hellfire. As soon as they see a sin, they see, okay, if I don't want to be punished in this burning and flame of hellfire, I have to be careful. So this gives them this balance, avoiding sins and accepting every right things I think, whatever they can do, whatever small contribution that they can give to whatever charitable cause approaches them, they can go toward it. Imam Rida alayhi salam has a beautiful hadith. Inshallah, one day, one occasion we'll talk about it. Imam says, aqil, intellectual person, has 10 characteristics. Because all of us, we claim we are intellectual and we have intelligent and everything we do is based on intelligent. Imam says, look, how many of these 10 characteristics you have? As much as you have, that's how much intelligent you have. The first one, it says, Imam says, al-khayru minhu, I believe the one is that when you think of a person comes to you and says, Brother Mustafa, we have a charitable cause. Either we're helping needy people, or there are two people who want to get married, they don't have money, or we want to build a Husayniyah, or we want to publish book, the knowledge of Ahl Bayt, we want to spread it. Do you know anybody who can contribute to our charitable cause? Yourself, you don't have it. The first person that comes to your mind, you say, yes, I know Brother Ali. I know as soon as you go to him, doesn't matter whatever charitable cause it is, he will chip in whatever he can. That person is aqil in the eyes of Imam Rida alayhi salam. That when good comes to your mind, that okay, or you have some need, you want to move from one place to another place. You say, who should I call that will help me? And he won't say, well, you know, I'm sorry, we would love to help you. No, as soon as I call him, he's by my door. Like he looks for that kind of opportunity. That person, according to Imam Rida alayhi salam, has the first level of aql. He has intelligent. Why? Because he looks for good. Why? Because he sees heaven. He sees heaven. They call him late at night, early morning, middle of the day, he's resting, he wakes up. He's there to help people. That brings me to a very beautiful story. Beautiful, gives us very good role model that we can apply. Sheikh al-Kafi, Marhum al-Kafi, very, very, very well-known scholar within the Farsi-speaking community. Within the African community and Iranian community, they know Sheikh al-Kafi, rahmatullah alayhi. May Allah bless his soul. He passed away about 45 years ago within a car accident. His soul, see, today, after 45 years, Ramadan, next to Shrine of Abu Abdullah Hussein, we are remembering him. See how pure was his soul. May Allah bless him. He died on the 15th of Sha'ban. He was in love with Imam al-Mahdi. Everywhere the Farsi people, that the name of Imam al-Mahdi is mentioned, they remember the tears and the crying and mourning of him for Imam Mahdi. He himself narrates the story. We're talking about doing good and looking after good as a sign of a pious, because we want to aid Imam Ali alayhi salam. How can we aid Imam Ali alayhi salam? By aiding Imam al-Mahdi ajallahu ta'ala farajah sharif. If we aid our Imam, current Imam, we have aided all the other Imams. How can we aid piety? Piety, one of them is to see heaven in front of you and go toward good deeds. So we're bringing an example for this topic. He was known, very famous speaker within Iran and very well respected and had his own reputation. So people would come to him for their needs. Early in the morning, late at night, they would come and he would try to intervene and to do whatever he can do. One day, after a very long day of lecturing really takes energy.
Sure.
3-4 lectures, he came home, and either it was in the middle of the day that he takes a nap, or late at night. One of this event. As soon as he's about to go to sleep, you know, the first couple of minutes or half an hour when you go to your sleep, if somebody wakes you up, you will be like, what's happening? Because you are going to the stages and levels of sleep. You're going to go to deep sleep. And while he was in that level of sleep, really tired and exhausted, somebody knocks on the door. He wakes up, he's like, what's happening? And he was sleeping on a roof. He opens the window, somebody's like, I need you, I'm a needy person, I need you. He says, okay. While he's coming down, within his mind, he uttered this idea. Sheikh Ahmed al-Kafi, may Allah bless his soul. What have you done to yourself? You don't have time for yourself. You have dedicated yourself for people and serving people. You don't need to bother yourself this much. It's good to do good things, but some limit within his mind. Look, you don't leave some time for yourself that you can just come and rest and relax. That's it. This much in your mind.
Only thought about it.
Only thought. Came out, opened the door, welcomed the brother, and what is it? He said, I'm a very well respected individual within the market. I lost all of my wealth. Tomorrow I have some checks that if they're going to be cashed, if they don't get cashed, they will put me in jail, and for my reputation is very bad. It's going to ruin my reputation. Sheikh Ahmed al-Kafi said, okay, I have some money. Take this. Tomorrow morning, I wake up, I'll go talk with some people. Inshallah, I'll take from them, and we will take care of it. Don't worry about it. He came back up, went upstairs, slept again. In his dream, he sees Imam al-Mahdi Ajlallah Ta'ala. He tells him, what is it with you? If you don't want, okay, we will stop sending people to grant them their needs. People raise their hand, they say, Imam Mahdi, grant our needs. We put in their mind to go. Sheikh Ahmed al-Kafi will grant your need. If you don't want to be that person, that employee of us, you don't want it? Okay, let us know. We'll find someone else. He said, no, Imam, I apologize. I really regret saying whatever it is. It just came to my mind. I didn't utter it. It just came to my mind. From that moment onward, he said, be careful with the thoughts. That when we see somebody comes to us and asks for something, if we think of it that Allah, Imam Mahdi, he sent us, they accepted us as their employee to work for them, to grant this person's need, will we double think about helping him?
Sure.
Imam Mahdi wants me to aid this individual. He prays to Imam Mahdi. Imam Mahdi put in his mind, go, this person will help him.
We always wish Imam Mahdi to see us, or we to see him. Yes. But now we are working as an employee for him. So this is a great honor.
What other job do you want? Like what other better employer you want to have your boss as your manager? Okay, do this, do that. I mean, this is the ultimate wish that everybody, all the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, wish to work under the hand and serve Imam Mahdi. So serving Imam Mahdi doesn't mean serving his Shia, serving his followers, needy people. So action plan will be, if I want to be pious, as soon as door of opportunity knocks on my door, I open the door, I welcome it. Because that's heaven for me. Like Allah sends an opportunity for me for that heaven. And when I see hellfire, I have to be, Imam says, وَهُمَّ النَّارُ كَمَنْ قَدْ رَآهَا. They see hellfire, they stay away from it. Sin, oh, this is my, if I step into this sin, if I utter this word, if I did this, this is my hellfire.
Allah.
I be careful. Imam says, these are the characteristics of pious individual. Lengthy sermon, I want the people to go and read it. Sermon of pious is in Tuhaf al-Uqul, beautifully translated, and also in Nahj al-Balagh, it's there. Again, we're talking about aiding Imam of our time, learning from the teachings of Imam Ali alayhi salam. A'inuni biwara. Imam Mahdi Ajlallah Ta'ala Faraj al-Sharif wants from each and every one of us to aid him. How? With piety. What is the reward of being pious? Chapter 65, verse 3. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. And whoever is wary of Allah, whoever practices piety, he shall make a way, Allah shall make a way out for him and provide for him from whence he does not reckon. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. You don't even imagine it, you don't even think about it, that from this door you will receive your need.
We all have experienced this at least one time in
Of
our
course.
life, that we suppose something to happen from a person, but we see no signal from him. So then we say, oh subhanallah, oh my God, what's wrong, what's going to happen to me if this problem is not solved? But we ask Almighty, Ya Allah, you solve it, please. Oh Imam Hussein, you solve it. And suddenly we see that a door opens from nowhere.
Of course.
And we find the
course.
solution for the problem.
Of course, within people who were sick,
Yeah.
and they received cure out of nowhere. People who had wealth issues and financial issues, people who had relationship issues. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. He would not ever think about it that this can be resolved.
Allah.
But Allah resolves it. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ. Whoever practices piety. Again, piety means whatever good that you see, you run toward it, and whatever sin that you see, you avoid it. Another reward, chapter 7, verse 96. وَلَوْ أَنَّ أَهْلَ الْقُرَى آمَنُوا وَاتَّقَوْا لَفَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ بَرَكَاتٍ مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَلَكِنْ كَذَّبُوا فَأَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. If the people of the towns had been faithful and God-wary, if they would have practiced piety, we would have opened to them blessings from the heaven and the earth. We need the blessings every day. We need more than yesterday. Sure. With the coronavirus, with health issues, with financial issues, with the financial market, people have lost their jobs. In great countries, big countries, millions and millions of people have lost their jobs. Where are they going to eat from? How are they going to survive until they don't know when the next meal is going to be? So Allah says, if you have faith and you would have had, you've been pious, we would have opened to them blessings from the heaven and the earth, but they denied. So we seized them because of what they used to earn. Piety will open the door for us. Where? From nowhere, from a point that we never thought that this individual will be the one who can help me. This opportunity will be the opportunity that can help me. Chapter 24, verse 52. وَمَنْ يُطِعَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَيَخْشَى اللَّهَ وَيَتَّقِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَائِزُونَ. Within stock market, if you were able to invest something that you bought a share, today it was $1, tomorrow became $100, they called you that you are triumphed. You win. You are faiz. You win. If you were able to race within the cars, you won. Within the games of these kids they play, if you were able to kill this many people, you won. You get the trophy, you get the medal. Everything that we have our own meaning of winning. But all of these winnings are temporary.
Yeah.
1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, 60 years, 100 years. It's temporary.
And we can say they are fake winnings.
It is.
You know.
Even though, let's say 1 million year.
Yeah.
But it's limited.
As long as they are in this world,
it's going to be limited. If you live 1 million year, every day you won, that 1 million year is going to finish.
Yeah, sure.
But eternal winning, Allah says, whoever obeys Allah and His Apostle and fears Allah and is wary of Him. Again, piety, it is they who will be the winners. Piety. When I say no to the sin, and when I do say yes to the good deeds that approaches me, a righteous act, salah on time, avoiding muharramat, giving for the sake of God and Ahl Bayt, helping a needy person, I keep staying within this circle, I have won. Because one day my life is going to finish. Nobody can deny, no matter what religion you have or you don't have. Nobody can say that I will live eternally. One day I'll die.
But you know, Sheikh, frankly speaking, it's a little bit hard to do.
It is.
You know, sometimes you do something good, you try to be pious, but in your daily life, people think of you as a loser. You say that, okay, you're a loser, you can't do this, you can just make more advantage for yourself from, for example, that opportunity. You could steal people, you could just rob people, you can have more money, but you just forgot about it and you goes through the very good way that you think. Sometimes they try to mock us.
Yes.
And it's very hard. Emotionally, physically,
that is jihad.
Yeah, this is jihad.
That is jihad. That people, I wish all the Muslims would have known the true meaning of true jihad and the greater jihad, that this is the fight that we have with ourselves every minute of our life until our last breath.
And it's called Jihad al-Akbar as
Jihad
well.
al-Akbar, greatest jihad. Minor jihad, when people attack you to defend yourself. But greater jihad, because minor jihad, it finishes. Starts one day, finishes one day. Between two countries. World War I started one day, finished one day. World War II started one day, finished one day. All the wars start one day, finish one day. And certain amount of people in certain place, they will fight. For example, World War I, these countries were fighting these countries. Rest of the world was not involved.
Yeah.
Rest of the people that they were in their hometown, they were not involved. All the wars. But jihad al-nafs is everybody. Number one, all the time.
Sure.
Everybody, every place. Nobody's excluded. That is okay, I am safe. That is why أعينوني بورع واجتهاد. Strive. If it was easy, everybody would have done it. But this becomes difficult, that you have to strive every day. And everybody within their own. Wealthy people with giving. Having that personality of generosity and giving. Needy person with patience. A person within the position to put his reputation everywhere for the helping of people. A speaker, every one of us, we have our own way of struggling and striving to be better every day, every day. That's why it becomes greater jihad, because everybody's involved in it. But all of us, if we give hand in hand together, encourage good, discourage evil, the teachings of Islam brings about all as a community that together we can give hand in hand together and achieve that. But shaitan comes and disunites us. This guy follows this marja. That guy follows that marja. This guy has this political view. That person has that political view. This guy practices this ritual. The other person doesn't. Okay, can we come to agreement that all of us, we love Imam Hussein alayhi salam? Let us agree on that. Everything else, somebody wants to practice this ritual, let him practice. Somebody doesn't want to practice, don't practice. Somebody follows this marja, it's up to him. Somebody wants to follow that marja, it's up to him. Somebody wants to have this political agenda, let him have. When I say Salmun liman salamakum wa harbun liman haramakum, I aid whoever aids you, and I have enmity toward anybody who has enmity towards you. That's it. Let him, whatever it is, until he's under the umbrella of love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, we are with him as a brother. We help him, we encourage him toward good, and we discourage him from evil. We want to appreciate the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, again from a beautiful hadith where Imam was asked, سئل أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام عن العلم. What is knowledge? Imam says, فقال أربع كلمات. 4 words summarizes all the knowledge that you must know. أن تعبد الله بقدر حاجتك إليه. Worship Allah the amount that you are in need of Him. How much you need Him? That much worship.
But that's impossible, because we infinitely need Almighty, so we can't worship Him infinitely.
So we always have to worship Him. How? Again, worship, it's not necessarily and solely sitting on your prayer mat and doing salah, Quran, mafatih al-janaz, sahif al-sajjad. No. When a husband goes out 8 hours, 9 to 5 goes to job to bring halal income, halal sustenance, to provide for his family, that's an act of worship. Right now, you and I, we're sitting here, this is an act of worship. Brothers and sisters who are watching this show, us discussing the teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam and Quran, this is an act of worship. When you walk and take steps toward helping a needy individual, that's an act of worship. It's all about intention. When you avoid haram, that's an act of worship. When you come to Ziyarah of Abdullah al-Hussein, that's an act of worship. All of these can be acts of worship. So if I see this, any opportunity that I can gain more reward, that becomes my focal point. I want to gain more money, provide for my family more, and help the needy people. No problem. I want to become a billionaire. We want more billionaires who serve the people and serve the cause of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, and they can serve themselves also. Why not?
So become billionaires. It's all about our inner,
Of course. I'm not going to become billionaire for my own sake so I can rub it to everybody's face and not pay my charitable duty, not go to Hajj, not pay my khums, not pay my zakat, don't help people. This is going to be like the ocean water. The more you drink from it, the more you're going to make you thirsty. So we worship him as much as we need him. Then that 17 minutes of salah, if we pray our salah the way that we're supposed to pray, which takes about 17 to 20 minutes, salah finishes and we run. No, we sit on our prayer mat. We do some ta'qibat, ayatul kursi, tasbihat, Fatimatu Zahra, salamullah alayha. I need more talk to this. We just want to go to the rest of the discussion. وَأَن تَعْصِيَهُ بِقَدْرِ صَبْرِكَ عَلَى النَّارِ. If you want to commit sin, commit.
Allah.
But commit in a way as much as you can bear the heat and the flame of hellfire.
Allah, it's impossible.
The hellfire, that the heat of the sun, that we cannot get near sun. When outside it gets about 120 degrees, everybody stays home, heat advisory, drink water, don't leave the house, it got 120 degrees only.
Yeah.
And near the sun, we cannot get near the sun. But the heat of sun and the heat that Allah has created in this world, compared to here life after death and hellfire, is like a match, and compared to sun. Is there like the candle, you turn on the candle, how much heat this one candle can give compared to sun? So there is no comparison.
Yeah.
How much we can bear it? If we can bear it, let us commit sin. Again, each and every one of these needs more description and more discussion. وَأَن تَعْمَلْ لِدُنْيَاكَ بِقَدْرِ عُمُرِكَ فِيهَا. As much as you live in this world, work for it. 7 years, 8 years, work for it. وأن تعمل لآخرتك بقدر بقائك فيه. So work in this life as much as possible, but start sending work here, send for akhirah. Become billionaire, gain, that needs effort, that needs tireless effort, that needs day and night working, buying, selling, work. But remember, from whatever you're gaining, you need to send for a place that you're going to live for eternity.
You know, Sheikh, when we talk about this world and hereafter, I always have this example in my mind, just like those people who live in they rent a house, those who live in a rented house. They try to do everything, decorate it, make it beautiful, just use the best things in their house. This house is, you have rented it. You are living it for a short period of time, maybe 1 year or two. After 2 years, the person who the owner of this house, he tells you, okay, I want this house and you need to go out and just find another house for you. But those who've got a permanent house, so they can do something, they can just use the best equipment in there. I don't mean that if you are renting a house you don't need to use the good equipment, but think about it as much as you live in it.
Of course.
Don't do things permanently, because this is not your house. Exactly the same example goes for this life.
Very true.
We are living in this world maybe for 50, 60, 70, I don't know, maybe even 100, 1 million, but it is limited, as you said. So one day we need to go to hereafter, the other world, so that will be permanent. We need to work for it.
We have to, we need to remind ourselves of it. Like a lot of times Shaitan does what he does, he makes us forget. فَأَنْسَاهُ. He makes us forget that this life is very short. Alhamdulillah, and we ask Allah to remove all the calamities and this virus from the whole world. But this was a good wake-up call that death can be 14 days away from you. You get it? Within 14 days or less than that, you're gone.
Allah.
We never thought, we didn't think of death in this much close to us. But Allah said, no, wake up. Again, it's been 14 days. It would be enough for you to live this world. So we want to talk more about piety. I have a couple of hadith. I don't know how much time we have.
Less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes. Imam says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, "Man ruziqa tuqa, faqad ruziqa khayra dunya wal akhirah." Anybody who has given piety has given every good in this world and life after death. I'm just going to go read through a hadith about the importance and about the value of piety. So with this piety, we can aid the Imam of our time and aid Imam Ali alayhi salam and appreciate. حديث Imam Ali alayhi salam. لو أن السماوات والأرض كانتا على عبد رتقا ثم اتقى لجعل الله منه مخرجا ورزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. If the heavens and the earth, they're all closed on an individual. A lot of times I see and I hear people come and they say, Sheikh, give us some dua. I feel all the doors have been locked on me. Every business that I get involved, it's corruption, it doesn't succeed. Everything that I try to do, I've been trying and trying and trying, but I'm not succeeding. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, if the whole heaven and the samawat, all the heaven and the earth, كانتا على عبد رتقة, they were all closed and they were tight. ثم اتقى, but he practiced piety. لجعل الله اتقى الله لجعل له منها مخرجا. From the same thing, Allah will open a relief for him. ورزقه من حيث لا يحتسب, and He will provide for him from a place that he never thought that, oh really, this opportunity was available for me because of piety. أتقى الناس, who are the most pious? قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله في أعمال الصدوق من قال الحق فيما له وعليه. Saying the truth, even though this will be against you, but saying the truth. This is the most pious individual. تمام التقوى, the most perfect level of taqwa. أن تتعلم ما جهلت وتعمل بما علمت. The most complete form of taqwa is to learn whatever you're ignorant about. Ignorant about our aqidah, ignorant about our ahkam, ignorant about our morality and akhlaq and demeanor, ignorant about Imam of our time, Ajlallah Ta'ala Farajah Sharif, and our responsibility toward him and what right he has upon our shoulder. وَتَعْمَلْ بِمَا عَلِمْتَ, and acting upon what you know. A lot of people want to do something extraordinary, which means piety. No, piety means don't wrong anybody, do all the right things, be good to people, have benevolent heart toward other people, help needy, do your salah, wajibat, avoid muharramat. Is nothing extraordinary beyond our limitation. No. Ta'mal bima alimta. We know lying is haram, it's bad. Forget about haram, it's bad, don't do it. Cheating people, we don't like to be cheated. Imam Mustafa alayhi salam has given us a very beautiful standard. Treat people the way that you want to be treated, period. That's the golden rule. Inshallah, we will be able to apply many of these narrations. Actually, I don't want to rush through them. We'll leave the next for tomorrow night.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Sheikh. Very, very great lecture, just like the other night. And the more we go through the topics and the narrations of Ahlul Bayt salawatullah wa salamu alayhim ajma'in, alhamdulillah, we learn more. So I would like to thank you and thank Imam Hussein alayhi salam for giving us this great opportunity. Thanks for his great hospitality. Actually, I just believe it like this, that is because of Imam Hussein's hospitality that we are able to sit here next to his holy shrine and be in front of the camera, and lots of viewers, respected viewers, watch us and hear these great words, inshallah, from the land of Hussein and then of Abbas. Thank you so much, Sheikh. Thank you. So I would like to thank respected brothers and sisters who are watching this live show once again for tuning in, and inshallah, don't forget that we have a test that is going to give you a very great reward if you win in it. On 27th of Ramadan, you can send us your phone number or the way through which that you can receive our email. So we send you the questions of all the lectures that we had during Shahr Ramadan, during the month of Ramadan, and you only need to answer them. The best answer, inshallah, one of the best answers, inshallah, is going to be rewarded.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. On the final days that mark the month of Sha'ban, the Prophet rose and delivered his prophetic sermon saying, "O people, the month of Allah has approached. Join me, your dear servant Muntadhar al-Karbala'i, as we discuss and go into the merits and the values of Shahr Ramadan through the sermon of the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh."
The Imam Hussein Development and Relief Foundation has begun to distribute food baskets in the holy city of Karbala. Because of the corona pandemic, millions of people are out of work and are in desperate need of food supplies, especially during the Ramadan season. We at the Imam Hussein Charity have a target of distributing 2,000 food baskets this Ramadan to help with the pandemic. £20 or $25